So let me tell you my perspective on it. To me, from the start, it was always a fairly simple deal. That you had an employee in Rangeley that violated some policies. And you verbally reprimanded him, we'll call it that. The policies that he violated, especially a couple of them, they were a violation of policy. They weren't that serious of a deal, in my view. I think that Roy did not personally gain from what he did. It was not malicious. He was trying to be fiscally responsible. He maybe used some bad judgment specific to the one that we didn't call for flaggers with safety issue. I get that. But they were a violation of policies, and you reprimanded him for it. He felt like you went over the line and were verbally abusive in the process. He files a complaint. He has a right to do that. Our HR department goes in, does an investigation. They come back and they say, yep, Roy violated policy. Dave verbally reprimanded him. Dave violated policy, if you want to go by strict policy, in the language he used. And none of this is language none of us haven't heard before. I've worked in the back of a sawmill as a kid. I'm not going to be shocked by, I know what an ass eating sounds like. But bottom line is you both had violated policy. If you're going to drive that home with Roy, then the same standard has to be applied to you. Shouldn't have been a big deal. We put a letter in your file, yep, you violated policy. We're done. With one condition there, and that was you cannot, under any circumstances, even show the signs of retaliation against the guy that filed a complaint. He has a right to do that, as does any other employee. You can't punish him for filing a complaint. It certainly has appeared ever since as though you're struggling with the fact that you got a complaint filed against you. Kind of understandable, but man, in my opinion, if you just truly accept that, yep, I goofed up. I didn't goof up that bad, but I goofed up. Roy goofed up. Let's move on. That's all I want. I want two things. I want you to accept that you made your mistake, and I want you to accept and truly mean it that the commissioners are the boss. Those are the only two things that we have to have for this to work in the future. That's where I'm at. The issue, what you did, the way you talked to me was blatantly wrong. Big time. I don't buy the piece that about anybody that done that. No, you're supposed to be a professional. But I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to write that off and say, you know what, this guy's got 30 years of commitment to Blanco County. I'm going to take that aside. I'm going to focus on what the real issue is. If Dave Morlan can truly, genuinely accept that, kind of like Jeff was saying, yeah, I goofed. I'll own that. This isn't a big deal. We're going to move on and not retaliate. You can't, because that's going to get the county legally in jeopardy. Let's move on. That's what I need. And don't take it lightly what I'm saying. That I mean it. You've gotta accept that we are the boss. We're not here to debate shit. We set policy. And you're here and getting paid to do it. The team you have got going right now, I believe Road and Bridge does a darn good job. We've got these hiccups. I got a call today too. There's this shit stirring on both ends of the county, I think. If we can put that to bed, I can live with this.
So I just